Also tonight, Jimmy, we will see the return to Bellator of the outstanding welterweight Douglas Lima, who won Bellator's Season 5 170-pound tournament.
That's right. His opponent, Jacob Ortiz, has to be ready. 13-3. He has 10 finishes. He's a guy who comes out, he's aggressive, he knows how to put his opponent away. Speaking of putting opponents away, we have Douglas, the Phenom Lima. So accurate with the right hand, knockout power in both hands, and an outstanding ground game. It's going to be a great.
Let's now move to the catch weight of 180 pounds. Let's go on with Kobe Ortiz versus Douglas Lima. Kobe Ortiz enters the Bellator cage tonight as a fighter who is fulfilling the dreams of his father.
I grew up in a small mining town called San Manuel, Arizona. Really not much to do in this small town, you know. After a football game, we all went out to the desert, drinking beer, friends. We'd end up fighting like street fights. That's how I pretty much learned how to take on other opponents one-on-one. My dad pretty much trained his whole life doing boxing. He had 2 kids, me and my brother, so we grew up watching him in the backyard, always training. He boxed on the circuit for a while, but he had a full-time job, so he didn't really get to follow his dreams. And now I have the opportunity to kind of fulfill his dream. They're going to see a guy coming out ready to bang and give it 100%. Yeah, Douglas Lima, I'm coming in here to knock him out. I'm here to win, and that's all I'm about.
Heel drive hand on him, that is it! Finished with a one-punch knockout!
Douglas Lima, I'm coming for you, bro.
Having won the Season 5 welterweight tournament, Douglas Lima is now focused on another run at the Bellator world title.
Every time you lose, you come back better. I think it's going to help me a lot more in my career. But it all starts tonight against Jacob, and then it's going to continue on tournament on Spike. Kobe, going there to finish him. You know, I want to make a statement. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back with a vengeance, and you're going to see it tonight.
Oh, right hand, that's it!
When we come back, it's Kobe Ortiz versus Douglas Lima, with Ben Saunders joining Jimmy and me on commentary. The network censors are now on notice.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, your first fighter ready to make his way to the cage, Kobe, the Stunner Ortiz.
Kobe Ortiz, a very good wrestling pedigree, an Arizona high school state wrestling champion, and a junior college All-American in wrestling at Lima Community College. He very much wants to implement his wrestling in this fight versus Douglas Lima.
I think he saw Ben Askren follow that path to success, keep him on his butt, keep the pressure on him. Problem is, Ben Askren went to the Olympics, 2-time national champion. He's a wrestler on a whole different level. But it did show Douglas Lima is vulnerable to that kind of attack.
Ortiz said Lima's really good when an opponent gets tired or gets sloppy. He's really slick with his submissions. Ortiz said, I cannot relax at all and I cannot gas out.
Got to keep the pressure on. I always tell my guys, never set a pace you can't keep. Don't come in the first round and throw 50 punches and throw 5 in the second round. You know, he understands that. He has to keep pressure on the entire time, especially against a guy like Douglas Lima who can put you out at any time. Make no mistake, Douglas Lima, a physical beast with very accurate punches. He knows how to time that right hand, keep his opponents at the end of his punches.
Ortiz has a lot of respect for Douglas Lima. He wants to feel this fight out early, then he wants to slowly implement his wrestling. He's trained with Ben Askren in the past. He said, I know Ben Askren when it comes to wrestling, but I can't implement my wrestling successfully.
And now his opponent ready to make his way to the cage out of the blue corner, Douglas, the Phenom Lima.
Douglas Lima, a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, who, no surprise, after the Ben Askren loss April of this year, a 5-round unanimous decision, has worked extensively to improve his wrestling, and he's worked extensively, Jimmy, on getting up from the bottom position.
A great fighter improves after every defeat. They get better. Douglas Lima says he's on a mission to prove that I got better after the loss to Ben Askren. Here's his chance tonight. We knew he could strike. We knew he had physical ability. We saw Ben Saunders get some good positions on him in their fight in the first round, ended in mount. So he's had some vulnerabilities on the ground before.
There you see Douglas Lima fighting at a catch weight of 180 pounds tonight versus Kobe Ortiz, the former junior college wrestling All-American. Jimmy, let's see how these two line up.
Take a look at the tail tape, the reach, the advantage, 3 inches for Kobe Ortiz. That is going to be so important against a guy like Douglas Lima who knows how to step in on that right hand.
Here again is